I don't know whether Neil Robertson watched a Sullivan semi-final with Chris Wakely. I'm sure he's heard all about it, probably looked at... I think, Stephen, any final, you know, is something to be excited about. But when it's players like this, you just sort of sit back and enjoy it, don't you? It is a long match, this, but even so, you always want to settle early.
If it does, then, well, you shake his hand and say fair play. But the fact that he's going to have to play better than he did against Elliott Sless and Neil Robertson, that is a fact. There was a few too many errors.
Ronnie O'Sullivan at the 2021 World Grand Prix.
One.
It took 5 minutes, but the first ball potted.
But knocked it in nicely.
9.
Oh, that's a brilliant pot.
15. $19.
That's why he's chosen to go into them once again. And once again has lost his cue ball.
20. 25.
Yeah, it's a bit adventurous, this break, the cue ball.
These top players, they pounce on that.
Neil Robertson, 25.
But showing weakness isn't necessarily... It's a fine line. Neil was insistent on keeping that break going, but Neil happy to let Ronnie say where exactly the cue ball was, and this time gets the contact, albeit slightly thicker than he would have liked.
Terrific safety.
The wizardry. But as you say, he's come back from the brink in a couple of matches where he's had to show us his battling qualities. That killer instinct is certainly still there.
It almost feels like he's sort of entered a new chapter. He got married in the summer, he's moved to Dubai, he's got a new cue.
Yeah, when it all boils down to it, he seems to be thinking really well, Ronnie O'Sullivan. And it was so refreshing last night to see.
After last night, you've got to say favourite. Ooh, but that is a mistake, clearly.
Yeah,
One.
He's always had that winning mentality, Robertson. He actually won his first 6 ranking finals. He won one, kept on winning. And of course has rediscovered the winning feeling in the last year. Very wise owl to have in your corner.
9.
this is a good chance for Neil. The black is available, red's nicely spread, already in front, as you say. But it was important for me, for Neil, to make a good start today. Just lay down the law to Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, of course, Neil Robertson was the opponent in another great O'Sullivan moment, the 1000th century. But you can't get caught up in the show, can you? You know, he's there as of right. He wants to win the tournament. Fancy him to win the opening frame now with the black.
31.
That'll do nicely on the black, so and he has got the World Grand Prix, beaten Joey Long 9-0 previously in the European Masters. I'm not saying it's going to be that today, obviously, but he can. They've not actually met for 3 years. The Hong Kong Masters 2022 was the last meeting. That was a best of 11. There was 5 centuries in it.
53. $61.
Oh, what an effort this is.
69.
Oh, he's had a terrible contact on the black.
Oh, so some people were starting to applaud. He was on the green as well. Anyway, it's a great start for Neil Robertson. Back tonight for the finish. Either way, Neil Robertson or Ronnie O'Sullivan will walk away, if they win it, with their biggest ever check. Robertson, $500,000.
Maybe causing slight problems for Ronnie here, so choosing to play the thicker edge, swinging the cue ball round, and he's played it well, but he has pushed a red over the right corner and found the gap past the black. He did do. There was a lot of balls moving there, but ultimately the
one.
It's his 65th in a ranking event, looking to extend his record. Last one that he won was the 2024 World Grand Prix. That's interesting because in the semi-final there he played outstandingly against Ding Junhui.
8.
And then in the final he started slowly, went 4-0 down to Judd Trump, but he did win 10-7 in the end.
You know, at times in the past we have seen
17.
Ronnie O'Sullivan maybe not, and he's going to have to do exactly the same today, and this is going to be a big effort.
25. $31. 36.
Or get them all into play. Perfect.
$44.
Just a slight bit of doubt about that one, but it dropped, and now everything is where he wants it. have a final like last year, which is just a brilliant spectacle, wasn't it?
51.
Yeah, it seems unlikely that when it bubbles up this match and really gets going, it will be blow for blow.
$57.
He's done very well here, Ronnie, to worked it out really well.
64.
He clearly wanted to win this frame at this visit, so
65.
kept that intensity of focus high.
So this is frame ball, and the crowd acknowledged that since he won his first ranking title, the UK Championship,
71.
1993. He's never seen it before. Of course, his contemporaries, Mark Williams and John Higgins, both
79.
heard a lot actually last couple of years.
And actually, we don't want them to move on either. And only this man could produce that.
85.
Towards the century. Not quite, but he's answered Neil Robertson's
Sullivan,
capture of the opening
92.
frame by dominating
And
the
the
second, a break of 92 after Robertson's 76. And in part that's because of who they're playing in the final to win it.
Well, there's been a couple of long ones from Neil that have gone.
And that's middle of the pocket from O'Sullivan.
His opponent, Neil Robertson, missed long balls in the fashion in which he has done so far.
4.
Of course, it can all turn around so quickly, these guys, they can just click into action.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. 1. Four.
So until Neil can get one or a few of them into play.
7.
The red away from the black.
$11.
It's been once again taking a chance to go into them, try and
15.
The chance to then go on and win the frame, and that's what he's done here.
when they're not, when there's problems to be solved, as there has been in this
23.
contribution from Neil Robertson, this will make him feel really good.
$29. $37.
Thing, and the black struggles in.
Well, Neil was
44.
clearly convinced that that black was going in. He really well.
53.
Won't be the highest break of the week, but it's been really well made.
59.
That World Grand Prix final 2021, and it turned the final. But he won't be getting any here.
Right to the end to try and get this ton.
60. $74. $83.
This most definitely the sort of break that will
56.
that will make Neil unlock this frame really nicely.
90.
Had to do a lot of mileage early on, a lot of
95.
shoe leather on the cue ball early. You get the feeling it won't be the last. 992. That was superb.
108. And
really well
Neil
made
Robertson.
break that from Neil Robertson.
Advantage Neil Robertson 3-1. He leads the Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan. That mini session very much about jostling for positions, and the scoring has been good from both, as we would expect. Find the back of the leather. I think Ronnie in particular will not be concerned, but he'll want to put that right sooner rather than later.
Yesterday, I mean, he even admitted he may not play like that again, but of course, the standard of the opposition has gone up as well, and he's playing a perfect game at the moment, Neil Robertson.
Neil Robertson.
And he looks very confident, knocking reds out. You're not giving opportunities for long balls. You got to keep it so tight. Oh, wow. That is difficult. Oh, what a shot. It's going close.
Foul. The miss.
Well, that safety shot you was alluding to a few moments ago, trying to find the thin edge, not push reds into. As you would expect, Ronnie at 4 from 8, 50%, Neil down at 33%, which is really low for the... One thing that's been evident from Neil Robertson, just from these first 4 frames, is that, and why wouldn't you give everything? What a huge occasion this is, a massive match for both.
Oh, that was he's gone up the other side. Yellow would be pretty good as well.
And that's what he's going to have to do to contain Ronnie O'Sullivan. So far he's doing it well. But Ronnie finding a return. There is a red right in amongst that main. Just slightly too thin on the red, but the cue ball was always heading.
No, a long way away. Wasn't easy at all.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit more degree of difficulty. I didn't expect him to miss that.
But it was the more difficult pot, and maybe that just clouded his thoughts.
1.
Nice strike from Ronnie. And then
Missing so many events. Had he got the hunger, had he got the desire. Oh, he exercises, he runs a lot. He's very, very fit. Yes, he has a lot of years on the road as a snooker player, but after all these years to produce,
9.
well, it's probably his greatest session of.
the fitness side, the healthy eating side, all that plays a part in your stamina out there as a player. If you're physically and mentally very fit, very strong.
16.
Oh, that was a beautiful, beautiful little control shot. No pace in it at all, just using the angle of the blue and the pace of the cue ball.
$29. $35.
Wasn't straightforward when he came to the table, but yeah, 44 points. So couple of reds
42.
after this pink, and he let Neil in. It was a misread. He took the more difficult red. It was the right choice, but played the right shot.
49.
Just missed it.
Yeah, this visit from Ronnie has been good. So this red frame ball,
55.
particularly for Ronnie to keep in touch with Neil Robertson. Two greats going head to head, and
61.
it started off brilliantly. To keep this break going, but the nod from Neil Robertson does arrive, so that break of 67 from Ronnie gives him the 3-2 advantage. Both players looking to try and get ahead of one another going into this evening's session, where incredible clearance from Judd Trump, and Ronnie O'Sullivan finally finds a long red.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
Well, that's a shot you don't see. Wasn't going to be on a red, and it proved too difficult. Didn't think it was worth it. Tried to play an aggressive safety shot, Ronnie. And he's got to avoid the red next to the black. He has done. And he's played.
Looking for the thin edge. Didn't quite catch it as thin as he would have liked, and that's why he's collided with the blue, so that good...
He's played it nicely.
1.
Oh, just lost it slightly. Is he on the black? It's there.
Look to get amongst the black spot, open
9.
it up. That little cannon.
70.
It's been clear this week from Neil that he's once again setting. This is the game that
25.
he's so good at.
$33.
Oh, well, of course, Ronnie O'Sullivan has potted a red.
41.
Oh, the safety. Trying to get that cue ball as close to the ball cushion.
Of course, Ronnie won't be tempted to take that on. Neil didn't really leave him too much of a shot to play.
This time. Long way away. Gets towards the red, it drifts in slightly. But no advantage taken. He's going to try and cut back into this left corner, avoid the reds on the right hand side. He hasn't. Oh, he has. Looked like he was going to kiss that red, but
that's why he's refused it completely. And that's very nicely struck.
1.
Wonderful technique that he has.
7.
I think that red, he could play on that red, or even the one just to the right, close to this ball.
13.
So put him 59 with 59 remaining. So
19.
Another frame on 4-2 ahead. Good stuff, this.
Neil was left the long red, and There is no
27.
weakness in his long game. Well, possibly a foul there from Neil Robertson, catching the pink first.
6.
At least not to be behind going into this evening's session. 8 frames to come, so 2 more to be played.
He wants to play for a ball colour, and he's played it really well, and he's checked it off the...
4.
Oh, has he overdone it? He's having a quick look. Chance from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He'd be absolutely fuming with himself there.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Oh, stop it, Neil.
1.
Well, that is sublime. Great cueing from the Thunder, but he's missed the black.
Neil Robertson, 1.
Try and get up behind that yellow. Couldn't really hide the pack of... Oh, it doesn't want it going in off.
Foul.
Clearly not. But Neil refusing to. Keeping it tight. And another good return.
This afternoon, Neil. He knows it. He has to be. Behind yellow and brown here.
Well aware of one another's capabilities. It was a tough return that for Ronnie. Very little room to play with.
Yeah, no problem. As always.
Maybe the percentages weren't in his favour. It's been a really clinical performance so far. Dynamic. Playing the greatest of all time. You know,
40.
It just clears your mind. And so far, so good for Neil Robertson.
.22.
There's one red. Oh, needs to be top side of the blue, and he hasn't done so. But he's just so good at that particular shot.
Makes it look so effortless,
34.
doesn't he, to the average player.
That was the one. That's the one he tried to hit. He didn't hit a full ball, and it's gone wrong. But he's left Ronnie O'Sullivan a possibility of a plant. But have a look at the cue. And there you see another error. Only because... Yeah, well played. Well played.
One.
Such a good safety shot from Neil Robertson. The thing for me as well is
9.
he's not thinking about who's in the other seat here. He's just focusing pressure on Ronnie O'Sullivan as possible in this little session.
17.
Long way to claw back. Particularly in the form that he's in.
Thank you.
Just goes to show every
33.
one of the best sessions of snooker from Ronnie O'Sullivan last night. That way.
This has been superb stuff from
it's
Neil
rolling
Robertson.
It's rolling off. He's missed it. But
double session match. You're trying to get your nose in front going into the evening. Neil Robertson's done that. Massive final frame coming up for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Has to stay in touch with Neil. And that's why he's good for the 5-2 lead.
A little bit surprised that maybe he was just a little bit awkward bridging around that brown, that he didn't take that long red on. Just keep that pressure on. Ronnie plays a different safety game, much more aggressive, and there you see it. Open the reds. Well, that's no good. Didn't get that cue ball tight to this top cushion on it.
1.
Now Ronnie can look to try and, similar to the break of Neil's in the third frame, it's not plain sailing.
7.
Black tied up. Ronnie trying to get on the pink here.
10.
Well, that looks pretty good. Very, very quickly.
17.
He's going to have to make something happen at some point because he's running out of loose reds.
24.
A stopper for the cue ball. Bring reds into play. The blue proved to be...
Well, you got the second half of the equation.
Often lends itself to heavy scoring, which there has been so far. That was a misjudgment from Ronnie, trying to come the 2 cushion route, check the cue ball back off the top cushion.
Yeah, no problem. That black wasn't available before that previous shot. Neil, as I said, is dictating the play here completely.
Nine.
It's not too bad.
17.
Using all his cue power. Oh, that little kiss.
And very nicely
20.
played. Good for a left-hander. You can get comfy on the table, but cue ball travelling.
$23.
Now can he roll this red in and just try and...
Very delicate one, nicely
31.
played.
Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it? And that gives him a nice little angle.
Just like that.
Yeah, he played it nicely. 13 equation, very nicely indeed.
38.
The way he has done, absolutely perfect, and has given himself the chance. Will mean Ronnie will need snookers.
46.
I think this is the best Neil Robertson has played in this tournament, I must say. He's been when he had to be, I know, but
54.
how well he's performed. Well, he hasn't been let in a lot of aspects. Okay, he's missed a couple, missed that, so 36 points ahead. The red looks pretty close to the middle. It is. It's all the way there. So Ronnie O'Sullivan, well, he's worthy of a 6-2 lead this afternoon. What a session of snooker he's played.
Robertson.
Yeah, what a performance that is from Neil Robertson. This session was all